Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another crowd control race on Speed Gaming TV. This time, Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer, run by SpikeVegeta and Vant TV. My name is Sakura Tsubasa, and joining me today is the great Nuka.
Hey everyone! This should be a great, comfy crowd control race. There's lots of fun things you guys can do to mess with their game in this one.
Oh yeah. You can see currently at the moment featured the fantastic kill player, everyone's favorite function when somebody is at the end of a dungeon or getting ready to kill the boss.
Timing that one out can really screw the players over and make them go through a whole shadow temple again.
Oh yeah. So for those of you who've never used crowd control before, there's going to be a wrench on your screen. It's the Warp World or crowd control logo. And if you select at the top of the screen, you can see effects. There's an effects tab. You can see the two runners logos underneath where it says Ocarina of Time Randomizer. That is how you select which runner you would like to... that's how you select which runner you would like to, either help or hinder.
Also, everyone does get a free 50 coins just for being here tonight if you click on the exchange. That's how you're going to exchange bits for coins to use crowd control, but everyone gets a free 50 that you can help to pool together for effects if you'd like.
Yep. As well as if you are subscribed to Speed Gaming, there is a third tab that says subscribe, and you get more free coins if you are in fact subscribed to the channel. So, good times. I am personally excited to see Giant Link. Or what they have it listed here as Giant Lonk.
Giant Lonk, the appropriate name.
Yep.
I would love to see some. The Minish Link is a real fun one to do, and it's not too pricey either, and it can really slow down the players when they're climbing up vines or ladders in the game.
Oh yeah. Interestingly enough, there used to be one that was like Link was invisible, but it actually set the size to 0, and so when you tried to climb anything, you wouldn't go anywhere.
Oh really?
You weren't changing your vertical height, so no, it's pretty cool. It looks like they're off, going to the first 4 chests here.
Well, let's see how good our Mitos is.
So we're just syncing up the stream here. Looks like blue rupees. Ooh, the bow. Got more blue rupees. And
Vance opting to run over to the Kokiri shop. Just to note that this is shop sanity. So you're going to see some of those items in his shop are not what they normally are. Which is great because one of the features you can do with crowd control is take away rupees from our players. So if they have a progression item in a shop, you can go ahead and subtract some of their money so they can't buy that.
Yeah, we have seen the fire arrows, 195 rupees. You're gonna require a wallet upgrade in order to purchase it, but it is something to keep in mind for later when they come back here.
I'm gonna go check out that Kokiri sword chest, see if they get anything helpful over there. Which is kind of a little bit of some runners I know opt to not get this check because it's a little bit out of the way for the single check, but pretty standard Sphere 0.
And we get a heart piece. Our first heart piece of the seed. Heart pieces in this game actually refill your hearts too, so pretty nice. Oh man, it looks like we already have some giant Link.
Giant Lonk.
Yeah, what? Comparing Link to all the other Kokiri here, something seems a bit off.
They don't even bat an eye at it.
It's actually, Spike is actually gonna, oh, never mind. I thought he was gonna go up the vines. When you're giant, you actually climb faster than,
I didn't know that.
Yep. It's all about your vertical height, which is
Looks
really
like
interesting.
Looks like Spike is getting rupees right now. Maybe he's gonna choose to dive into the Deku tree early. Oh wait, but he doesn't have a Deku shield there. Oh, he's buying that Hylian shield.
Yeah, and it is open forest and open door of time. Zora's Fountain is not open. That is one of the settings that you can select. That is not selected in this one.
That means they will need to find that Ruto's letter to get to Jabu Jabu and Zora's Fountain.
Alright, let's see what we got for our first hint. Claim check is in Sacred Meadow, I think is what that said.
Yes.
So one of my other favorite things about these crowd control races, you can see their reactions to some of these effects and stuff at the bottom of the screen on their cameras. So sometimes when you get them good, you get to see the best reactions. Right, quick rupee farm here from Spike.
Spike actually getting some extra rupees from the chat. Get him to that nice status right there.
And it looks like Fant is probably going to go and grab the Kuko, head across the Gerudo Valley area here to see what these two checks are.
For Fant, that's a pretty standard opening. He likes to do the South Hyrule, hitting those 2 checks in Gerudo Valley, then going around Lake Hylia to get the hint stones and fishing, checking what that underwater bottle is. Spike usually tends to opt to go early adult, so we'll see if he's gonna go ahead and do that or go with the 3-song route for child.
So it looks like in the first market shop that he went into, there was Zora Scale and Fant picking up the ice arrows.
Not a super useful item in this game, but it is worthy to note that if there is anything useful down in South Hyrule, that's a huge advantage for Fant here, because the odds of Spike going down here are pretty low. And Water Temple is a barren temple, so there's not going to be any good items in there for them.
And I believe that the first, I believe that the free medallion / spiritual stone is the Zora Sapphire, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So they already have the Zora Sapphire. Like getting chatting at the locals here in Hyrule Town. Just gotta make sure text isn't changed around.
So for Fant right now, this is interesting choice, honestly, for crowd control, because in order to get back up to the market in time before it closes, the day-night cycle, he's got to have some real good movement and hope that no one in the crowd control screws him over. So anything that would affect his movement right now could cost him that time of day and have to force him to wait for that gate to come back down later on.
Like iron boots.
Iron boots would be great. An ice trap to freeze him in his tracks.
Yep. Also, the other thing about that is as these players are in fact children at the moment, they do not have access to the blue tunic when they're swimming through water. So if you give them iron boots, they will sink to the bottom of the lake, and there is nothing that they can do about it. So it's a nice troll. Not that I'm suggesting you would troll them. It's just, potential things to do.
Spike grabbing that egg. Probably gonna go check that hintstone, and then as the night falls, he'll probably go check Richard the dog. Ganon's castle is also foolish, not a big surprise.
Yeah, considering you need all medallions to open it. I mean, potentially
There's
golden
all-
gloves.
Really? Yeah, really would only be if the lights are locked behind either something in Ganon's castle or within Ganon's castle itself.
Exactly. All right, so looks like we're gonna be delivering Richard here. Like saving the puppy. What a swell guy. Oh, and gets a hook shot for it.
Ooh. Right. Fant grabbing the child half a scarecrow song, which could be helpful later on in the scene, getting that first half of that. I believe he did check what the underwater bottle is. I missed it personally. That's some
Yeah,
good info.
I
couldn't see it. I did look, but
didn't.
it's sometimes hard to
Sometimes a
see
little
what
hard.
that is.
Yeah. Composer Grave is Prelude of Light. So songs are not shuffled with items. We will find all the songs in song locations, of course randomized, but they are in fact there. So Fant gonna use Mr. Owl here to go all the way back to Castletown.
Yes, this is shop sanity is turned on, but not scrubs. Right. Spike grabbing his first token, and it looks like he is gonna go ahead and go and get his child songs out of the way, which is good because that can give him 3 songs fairly quickly if he does that. Which is very important in a zooter because that helps. A lot of songs give you quick travel throughout the world.
Yeah.
It'll help speed up your movement throughout Hyrule. Fant taking a peek, seeing that Deku shield at a hefty price. Which is interesting because you do need that to complete the Deku tree. So hopefully there's one out in the world.
So now we have Desert Colossus is on the way of the hero, as well as Sacred Forest Meadow.
So what that means, Sacred Forest Meadow, either Big Goron has something for that claim check, or one of the 2 songs are vital for finishing the seed.
Which is, it's a pretty high probability it's one of the songs.
Yes.
Considering they're all useful for something. Oh, Fant missing the last rupee there. Darn it.
This will be interesting to see what our required dungeons are. You do need Nocturne to do Shadow Temple, and you do need ZL to do quite a few things in the seed, so...
Of all the songs
First,
to get...
Bolero of Fire.
Yeah.
It's the first song.
And Fant getting the slingshot game first try.
Spike opting to grind up those rupees and get some more, which is a smart thing to do in shop sanity, especially when you run the risk of chat stealing your money from you.
Exactly. You know, it's... Imagine if all 93 of those rupees were to just disappear before he could buy the Zora scale. Oh wait, no. I think he already bought the Zora scale. Yeah, he did. Well, he's gonna have to go to another shop soon. So I think we're gonna get our spiritual stone checks here. Maybe going to become an adult and then checking the medallions instead. It's probably the faster way. That way, you already know.
Probably. Yeah, skipping those to go adult. We'll see which dungeons he does need to complete.
All right. Here we go. Backwards walk towards the pedestal. Nice jump. Shadow Temple. Oh gosh. Dodongo's Cavern. I didn't see the second one.
Dodongos. Shadow. Water. I missed some of those.
Yep, I missed
trying
a
to-
lot of those.
Trying to jot those down. Did see
Alright,
we have
Cat-
Shadow, Water, Dodongo, Fire, Forest.
I think so Jabu is Water Medallion.
Jabu Jabu, thank you.
Shadow. Okay, so Shadow Temple I think was Light Arrow. Water Temple I think was Forest. Dodongo's Fire. Jabu Water. Fire Temple I think is either purple or orange. My brain has stopped functioning at the moment.
The important ones to
Forest
know
also
in
is one of the two.
Zooter would be the Forest Medallion does unlock a song once you get that medallion, so that's kind of an important one to get, as well as when you get the Forest, Water, and Fire Medallion, that's another song. Yeah. Spike dipping into Fire Temple already, because he does know that is a required temple, so it doesn't hurt to dip in there and get whatever you can, even though he does not have the required items to finish that temple. He could get something out of there, and it just progresses a dungeon that he's going to need to do at some point.
Exactly. Getting a key in that first chest allows him to progress. If he didn't get a small key there, unfortunately, he would have had to leave because no hammer.
It'll be interesting to see if Fat decides to continue and get all the child songs, or if he's gonna go adult as well with that bolero.
I'm loving the Minish link on Fant's side, as well as no Zed targeting.
All right, Spike did find that boss key for Fire Temple, so he's gonna warp out of there. Once he gets the hammer, he can go ahead and complete that one and get the required medallion from there. Probably gonna opt to go check out the shop in Goron City, because that's another potentially 4 items that he could need.
Yep, having the bow, quickly able to just shoot at those bomb flowers here while Goron is rolling by. Ooh, and we're getting to see Lon Lon Ranch here. Oh man, my favorite thing, Minish Kukos. The Kukos are you're gonna be lifting up Kukos as a very, very small link. Oh, if it's the right one though. Oh, there we go. Which one? Is it?
There's something really comical about that.
I love Minish. I think that we found the hammer. Well, that's convenient.
Ooh. So now Fant, when he goes adult, he can just go ahead and finish off well, not with the health he has right now, but he will be able to go to Fire Temple and finish that one off, where Spike was in there and couldn't.
I think Spike may be having some minor technical difficulties.
I say Spike doesn't put off Lon Lon. He just opts to go adult early. So now that he's adult, he'll probably stay adult for a bit, do what he can. Which is just gonna put off him getting that hammer, which since neither of the players have found bombs yet, that is definitely a huge thing. Because hammer does allow you to get a lot of the bomb checks.
Yes. Oh, I was saying the Minish Link carrying Princess Ruto.
Yes.
The funniest thing I have ever seen in my life. So, I'm hoping to see that today at some point, because it looks like we do have to do Jabu to get into Ganon's castle.
It looks like Fat going that early staying child is paying off for him. He also got ZL from that. A real important, probably the most important song in this game, since it blocks a lot of checks as well as some progression in dungeons. It's very rare that you could finish a seed without that song.
Nice Mido skip from Spike. Getting past Mido over here to get the Forest Meadow stuff. We do know that it's on the way of the hero, so might as well check it. Will not be able to go into the Wolfos Grotto there, though, unfortunately.
We do know that is the claim check, though, so once he reads a hint about whether or not Big Goron Sword holds anything, that will change whether or not he even needs to go get that.
Ooh, I think I just saw a hint that the Ocarina of Time song is Serenade of Water, which is actually a really nice song for it to be.
Yes. Not a required song. It does make going down to Lake Hylia a little difficult, but definitely not a song that is super important in this. Also means that they do not need to do all of the dungeons in the game.
Yep. Unless, you know, there's items hidden in each of them. Which would be...
Yes.
Oh, so fun. For us, at least. It wouldn't be for them. Forest Temple is on the way of the hero. Skull Kid grants 5 bombs. Unfortunately, we don't have a bomb bag, so at the moment, he is not granting anything except for 5 rupees.
With that Forest Way of the Hero, he's gonna go ahead back and enter the Forest Temple, get whatever he can get done in there. Which is definitely a good play. There's our Way of the Hero for Sacred Forest Meadow. Got that Nocturne, which will give us access to Shadow Temple.
Ooh, the Temple of Time is also on the Way of the Hero, so one of those songs probably. Well, absolutely, not probably. Alright, dipping into Forest Temple here. We're missing the gloves to be able to logically complete, or I guess power bracelets to be able to logically complete this.
Yes. You can, though, with the hookshot and the bow, get a decent amount of checks in here.
Mm-hmm.
Spike has Goron bracelet.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that's convenient.
Then yeah, he can go ahead and full clear this one.
Yep.
And he picked up... Oh.
Yeah, you know what? That's right, because he got the hint that's beside the big Goron dude. That crafts that amazing sword that breaks in one hit. Doing some crouch stabbing here. That stores the attack value of the attack that he had just done previously. So, ooh, it's that boss key. Ooh. And reminder to those of you who are just coming in, you can get your free coin in the crowd control extension by going to the exchange tab at the top, and then clicking on the free. I think you can use those coins to pool towards effects, work as a team together to help or hinder these players. I love seeing the finish link. It is amazing.
Yes, with the hook shot. Yeah, if we can get him to get that minish link effect while he's climbing up the vines, it will take him a extra long time to get up there.
Yep.
Okay, but gotta get the setup.
Fan's getting a bundle of arrows. I wonder if him being minish is actually, hindering that at all.
I know. I wonder if the hook shot if that affects how the hook shot's located.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure if it is.
Because this trick is not super difficult to pull off.
There we go. Aw, man. Aw, no, Minish just ran out. We got Giant Link almost touching the head on the ceiling here. On Fant's side. Looks like I think there was Nehru's love in there, which isn't something that they're going to go out of their way to pick up, I think. I didn't see the price of that gold rupee though. Sometimes, knowing about those rupees, if they're cheap enough, you can actually use that to your advantage and pick up some extra rupees when you desperately need some. Another small key for Spike.
I'm curious to see what his way of the hero is for Forest Temple. There we go. Look at that Minish Link. Look at Spike's face.
Oh man, this climb.
Good job, chat.
Not about the destination, it's about the climb.
Is the climb.
Spike is like, oh, finally, I'm out of that. You can see the OMG coming from him. Ooh, a quiver upgrade for Fant. That's 2 bows so far. There's those Spike putting those power bracelets to work. So Fant, I think, is gonna go check the Saria song location.
Those iron boots slowing his progress down, though. Look
Yep.
at those rolls. Not even backwalking's gonna help you on this one, Fant.
Nope. Gotta slog through it. I'm interested to see what the song is that's at Saria's location. We've already seen Bolero. We know where Serenade is. We know where Nocturne is. Interesting.
All right, Epona song. Now so we do know that Nocturne that Spike got at Sacred Forest Meadow is the way of the hero, since Shadow Temple is required. But this Fant getting Epona song there first could throw him for a loop there. Make him think that he needs to use Eponas to go out to GTG.
I think that wow, voice, hello? I think that actually might have been Saria's song.
Oh, that was my mistake. My mistake.
But that actually means that the skip that Spike did is actually in Logic.
It was in Logic, yes.
Yep. So everything here is completely 100% in Logic at the moment, based on the items that they're able to access. Still haven't seen that Wave the Hero item from Forest yet. It's a lot of keys.
Yes,
But
I was
that's
gonna say, we got a lot of keys in this one, though.
This dungeon definitely has quite the few keys. There is still quite a few items that we need to beat this game.
Fant opting to go do Deku Tree, which is a stone. But it does have a lot of these Sphere Zero checks in there, so wouldn't it be surprising to find something useful in there.
Dongo's Cavern is a foolish choice. Plundering it, that's gonna be a nice thing. Just need to go in, bomb the eyes open, kill the boss, and leave.
Yes. I do know that Fant knows a trick that you can light up the eyes just using bomb shoes, meaning you don't have to go through the hole to Dongos.
Ooh, that's
So
nice.
that does put him at an advantage for Dodongos if he can find some bomb shoes. Oh, that Minish Link slowing up the climb in Deku Tree.
Yeah,
A lot of that going on in here, potentially.
so many vines, so little time.
Especially there's that probably one of the longest vine walls is going up to the top of the Deku Tree.
Plus, you gotta dodge all the skulls, spiders, Tulas on there. So one of the other things to note is they did start with maps and compasses from the dungeon, so we're not going to see them picking up either of those. Van's getting that Hylian shield.
All right, here comes the big climb for Fant.
Another small key for Spike.
There we go, Fant making that climb. Nice and fast.
Yep. Conveniently, you know, you're able to queue up effects as well. So if you want to have Minish Link again. Ooh, nice. That was actually pretty good for fans. Getting that nice
Yes, I believe
boost.
the speedrun strat for that is to get that boost off the skull.
Yep, but now Fant actually can't reach can't reach the torch with the Deku stick. So
Amazing enough though, Minish Link can make incredibly long jumps.
doesn't even need the hover boost.
Still that Minish Link is still hurting him there.
Game
Oh! Fant's gonna. I think that was a greatly timed kill because that means that Fant's gonna have to make that climb all the way up Deku Tree again to break the web.
Now the Minish Link again. Gonna have to do that slow climb, and this time there's no spiders to help.
Alright, Spike very deep into Forest Temple now. If someone wanted to pull the same with Spike, killing him in this room would mean he'd have to go all the way through.
Yep.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Reverse controls while doing the push block puzzle.
Also, I did see a question in chat in regards to how to select the person for the effect. So when you open the crowd control extension at the top of the screen, there's two logos of each of the players. You select it, you can see a green line underneath it. That is the person you are currently affecting for the crowd control effects. Alright, here we go. We're gonna jump. Oh man! Temporary freeze.
Ooh.
But gets it open, no problem.
Although it's pretty easy to break that web, it is a little scary sometimes, especially in a situation like this, where if you don't break that web and you have to climb up again, that can really hurt you.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Fant's doing flame storage on that. Gonna do basement 1 skip. Skip all the long, tedious slingshot area of this dungeon.
I'm gonna try to reset it here. So what he's gonna try to do is roll into that corner and then do precise series of jumps and backflips. in order to grab the ledge. I think that might have not lined up properly.
Oh, iron boots making
no!
this trick not possible.
Yeah.
Fans' response there, not happy. Let's say this is an interesting area to change. I know when I was doing a crowd control of this, my chat lowered the gravity, so I was able to just jump from one end to the other without having to do the proper skip. Fant is just kind of perpetually stuck there. He also does need that Z button to do this trick as well.
Yep. So it looks like Spike picked up the hover boots inside of Forest Temple. So maybe that is our, item that we need from here. We do need to do Shadow in order to beat the game, so looks to be the case. All right, here we go again. B1 skip.
All right, let's see if he can clutch this one out.
I think that I think he still has iron boots.
Still
even
has
though the
iron
effect,
boots on.
Yeah, the effect should be off. But I think it has kind of glitched for a moment. So doing a quick reset here. It'll put him back at the beginning of Deku Tree though, so not too tough of a dungeon to go back down.
Oh, those iron boots are still on him though.
Like needs one more hit to move to phase 2 of the Phantom Ganon fight. Oh man, there is a whole lot of effects that came up on the spikes. Wow. that is absolutely insane.
My goodness. And that pacifist is a big one where he cannot attack. He's got one hit KO. He's got a... Oh, this is interesting. A lot he's working with.
No set targeting. Minish Link, Pacifist, one hit KO, and he got frozen. All at the same time. Ooh, that was close.
Ooh.
That was really close.
Oh, man.
You can see his reaction. Oh my goodness.
Thankfully for Spike, Forest Temple's another one of those that is not the worst to get back to the boss since it's right in that main lobby still.
Yep. There's a quick drop down and back in the boss fight. Minish Link does make it a little difficult though, because it's difficult to gauge your hitbox. The convenient thing is when you're Minish Link or when the enemies are giant, it makes it actually more difficult to hit for them to hit Link, which is nice, unless you're Phantom Ganon, in which case apparently not. I think there's a way for Fant to fix his iron boots, but I don't know if he's actually paying attention to the restart. Let me just
Now, Fant's in the chat.
Okay.
Alright,
Is
Fant,
Fant-
or Spike beating Fant again in there, getting bomb shoes, and securing his first medallion.
I think Fant is trying the fix here. I would send a screenshot, but I can't because I'm not playing.
Alright. Spike stopping. Good sportsmanship. Hopefully we can get Fant with that fix quickly here and continue their race. Unfortunately, crowd control does have a couple kinks, it looks like, still, but
Yeah, this is the second Zooter crowd control 2-player race, I think. Perfect. Awesome. Got it fixed.
there we go.
I tend to break this game quite a bit, so I actually know the fixes for these things. So Fant now getting information, access to that, those medallion informations. Like having the sun song, able to grab this chest. Ooh, nice. Deku stick.
Getting iron boots put back on him because why not? All iron all the time.
Yep. Gotta get that slow walk. Can't go too fast. What do you think this is? A speed run? I didn't get it. It looks like arrows.
Looks like
Yeah, I think it was a bunch of arrows, like 3. Thunder Graveyard is a foolish choice. Well, we know that Spike is in for a whole lot of nothing right now.
Spike in that Dante race right now. Another interesting area to screw them over in.
Yeah, getting frozen or iron boots. Yeah, there's the iron boots.
There that is.
Roll faster, Spike. The door is gonna close. Oh, there it is. That was so close.
Oh! Gotta wait around for the oh.
Recovery heart for Fant. Nothing particularly spectacular, unless you're really low on health, in which case it is a grand find. What was that? Oh, wow.
I just keep hearing Spike screaming. The other room of the apartment.
I didn't see if that was an actual bomb bag or if it was a misspelt bomb bag, but I think that's definitely the boomerang for 70 rupees.
Poor Spike, just waiting and waiting to do this race that we know is not gonna net him anything.
Skull Mask yields a red rupee, so that is Skull Kid completely out of the equation now. Alright, is this gonna be take 3?
Right.
Take 3 and finish? Alright, let's go. Iron Boots as well as getting frozen in ice. Both terrible things to happen inside of Dompe Race. Oh, and there's the Iron Boots again. Luckily, still close enough to the door that it's not terrible. Dompe will kind of stick with him a little bit, so he won't go too far ahead, but it will slow him down. I don't think he'll make it in time for the 1 minute mark.
He's gonna have to do another race to get that 1 minute mark. Interested to see how much he's gonna keep doing this, or if he's gonna give up and decide it's not worth it.
You know, some players will actually take this as, you know, metagaming information. They're like, oh man, they're hecking me so much. Maybe it's because there's nothing here. Or others will be like, oh man, they're hecking me so much. There's got to be something here. So I wonder what's currently going through his mind right now.
I love just the onslaught, though, of different effects. And how the combination of them all together just...
So we also got, I guess, this Spirit Temple song on Fant's side. I really want to see Spike's reaction when he gets to the end.
Yes.
And then sees that it's all for nothing. After all this. Oh no!
Oh man!
Come on, you can
Oh,
do it.
this
Aw.
is agonizing.
Oh man!
Oh!
And the death. Luckily, it'll put him right back here. So
Yes. Definitely not a punishing death there.
yeah, exactly. Going into grottos and whatever, when you die, will actually put you back at the beginning. Fan's getting another recovery heart at full heart.
Here's Spike yelling, I'm so mad! Little does Spike know, Chad's just trying to deter him from finishing this because it's not even useful. Oh!
Looks like he is successfully deterred. He has left the building.
Alright, looks like Fant should be going and getting the Dongos done. Now we know that the Dongos is a foolish area, so after he clears out Death Mountain Trail and goes there, he has the bomb shoes, which should allow him to open up Dodongo very early and finish that dungeon very quickly. Though I don't think... No, he hasn't grabbed strength yet. He doesn't have bombs.
No, but he's about to get strength.
So he's about to get those.
Yeah. So we have a nice collection of songs at the moment. Using the spirit song, Requiem, and be able to get another song when we get over there.
Just a reminder for those who might recently have joined us, this is a crowd control, so you can use coins to affect the players, as we've seen. Everyone does get a free 50 coins by going into the exchange tab in their crowd control area. And that can be used to pool together to help make some of these effects happen.
So we did see a hint there that says Zora's Domain is a foolish choice. Fant has already done Zora's Domain, so and Fant was the one who just picked it up, so must be sitting there going, oh, darn, I wish I'd seen this a little earlier. But some of the other hints that Fant has picked up has actually paid off really well.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Goron bracelet.
Spike, who still has not gone child and gotten that hammer from Lon Lon, is going to be probably save scumming a lot of these chews that he has so he can get bombable checks without having actual bombs or hammer.
Bomb bag, 105 rupees. So just one wallet upgrade will allow both these players to buy the fire arrows, which are still at the Kokiri village, Kokiri or shop, and now the bomb bag, which is in Kakariko village. Fant now picking up the Sun Song as well. It's another check in the graveyard that we found out was a foolish choice.
Sun Song is useful though if they do end up needing to get skull tokens, because a lot of those buggers won't show up until it's nighttime. So Sun Song will help make those a lot more accessible if needed.
First time seeing this particular fairy fountain, because again, Spike does not have Zelda's Lullaby. Ooh, that's a nice big Goron sword. Pretty
Although
handy.
Yeah, not a necessary item, but it does speed up a lot of the fights.
Yep.
So the longer you have that during a race, the better, because that will just help you gain a little bit of time throughout your run.
More heart pieces. I think Spike might be going to Dodongo's cavern. I don't know if Spike got the hint that says that it is a foolish choice to clear it. I think that was
I
behind
don't
the Deku
believe
tree.
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was by the Deku tree, which he has not touched. So we're going to see him full clear an area that's not going to have anything for him. He will be able to finish, though, and get the medallion because he has the Goron bracelet and bomb shoes. He's going to get himself a nut. Maybe this will have Dodongo? No.
I mean, at least getting a few skull tokens on the way. So if there's something on skulls, then, you know, we'll be able to pick up some quick ones along the way here. Nice rupees. So what useless item are we gonna get behind this door?
Alright. But Fant also heading now into Dodongo's cavern. He knows that Dodongo's cavern does not hold any useful items in here, so
Just gonna check the hint, which is a hint that we've seen multiple times already during this run. I'll do the setup here.
So with this, Fant will be able to enter to where the boss is without having to go through really much of the dungeon at all. You utilize those shoes to light up the eyes and open the mouth so he can get in and just fight Dodongo right away.
Very nice setup. Gets it first try.
Meanwhile, Spike going through the whole entire dungeon. This is definitely going to help put Fant, give him some time, extra time, ahead of Spike.
I like those hover boot equips that Spike is doing. The movement is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny Minish Link has got amazing strength. That block is just moving all by itself.
Minish, like, more powerful than an ant.
So Spike almost done the dungeon. I do like the rainbow sword, or I do like the sword slash.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what those are called. Trail?
It's a, I think with that it's like a lightsaber effect.
Oh yes.
In the options when you gen your seed.
So I think Fant tried to do the attack, but no Zen
No
targeting. Yeah, so you just gotta do slashes. Those have the Bigoron.
I would say he does have that, but it would do more damage than the regular sword slash.
Oh, that kill player coming in before Fant can get through the menu.
Ooh.
This one's a little bit more punishing than the other dungeons.
He does have to,
because-
you do have to push that block every single time, so he's gonna have to go back and re-push the block to get in there. That does
Yep.
not stay set.
Giant Link coming in to save the day from the Dodongo King. I wonder how this is gonna look. I actually haven't seen this yet.
Or does, I thought that didn't stay set.
It
Maybe I misremembered.
it's just
remembering.
I think it's just the cutscene that maybe. No Z targeting there either, so we got regular size Link and giant Link. There we go. Giant Link ran out. And Fant finishing the fight.
Hit 3 cycled the Dongo though.
Yep.
Not something you normally see.
There we go. Both players now, having finished the Dodongo fight, going to be picking up, I believe that is the water medallion? Or no, fire medallion. Yeah. Which is one of the 3 medallions needed to unlock a song in Kakariko. Man, what a fantastic item you get for beating the boss. A bunch of arrows. Not even an item you use on the
No.
boss. So both these players going back up Death Mountain.
I'd imagine Fant is gonna head to Forest Temple now. Yeah, looks like he is.
Which is actually going to be really convenient. 'Cause that's where you get Nocturne as well as the Hoverboard. So it might lead him towards Shadow Temple later.
I'm wondering at what point is Spike gonna go back Child to go clear up this Lon, get his hammer. Do you know he's gonna be shaking his head about when he's that he could have had a hammer much earlier.
Yeah, I expect that we'll probably see him head back fairly soon. He's starting to run out of, unless he's going to be dipping a few dungeons or something like Shadow.
Right. Spike
Without-
getting that Zora's domain hint, so he knows that when he does go Child. And I was gonna opt to do. I bet he's gonna get this check, which will lock him in here, and then say, "Oh, but he rolled into the box." It's kind of hard to say at this point which player is ahead. Both players have different information, different items as they took different routes.
Yeah, and the big issue right now is that like Fant has gotten more overworld checks and more information, where Spike currently does have two 2 medallions, yes, but also doesn't have hammer. Doesn't have
is that-
Zelda's lullaby.
Did not catch what was up on the arch there.
Yeah, it's real small. There's Epona song.
There's
though.
Epona's. Yeah, it looked like that might have been a bag up there. Which we know the wallet will lead to a bomb bag. And a bomb bag in general would just be nice.
Yes.
Alright, looks like Spike is finally gonna go back child.
So I believe the songs might be shuffled around, so that might be like the actual music itself might be shuffled, which is why you're hearing different music for the songs that they're playing.
Yes, it's very common that it will change the fanfare. So it does the effect of the song that is being pressed with the buttons.
Alright, here Spike is back to being a child. And I expect we'll probably see him go to Lon Lon first.
Mm-hmm.
There is a song there.
There he's gonna get his Zelda's Lullaby, which is essential to beating the seed, as well as Hammer that's essential for beating the seed. Though Spike did fare pretty well with the shoes, so he wasn't too behind. Looks like he's gonna go get what we call the Boulder of Destiny.
Yep, see, there's the reaction. There's the reaction. Spike just realizing the graveyard deaths were actually meaningful. So,
That's gotta give him some type of relief knowing that, alright, I left that behind because they kept preventing me from finishing and I don't have to worry about going back now.
Yep. So I really love these cameras at the bottom because you can just see the moment of realization with, oh yeah, I don't have to go back. And here, Callan has that hammer. So we got giant Link inside Forest Temple here.
Giant lonk.
Yes, sorry.
The proper term. Curious to see his reaction when he gets this hammer.
Yeah, they got the hammer. So no visible reaction yet.
No.
So we now have 10 skulls we can hand in.
Just to note, the settings for this seed is 40 and 50 skulls are turned off. So neither player will have to collect that many skulls, but there are still potential for 10, 20, and 30 skulls to have an item that is necessary. We have not seen any hint stones in regards to those.
I think we did see one for 30 and 20 actually, which both had non-important items.
So
which
only
is why-
10.
Yeah. Oh man, arrows. More arrows that you can count. Actually, no, it's pretty easy to count them.
At least arrows are useful in this dungeon because you do need
Yes.
them to hit the Poe paintings and beat Phantom Ganon.
Alright, so we're gonna get a save and quit here. It's opened up a bunch of things. So I believe Spike did check the hint that said that Zora's Domain is
Yes.
a foolish choice, so we probably won't see him head that way yet until, you know, Rudo's letter or something.
Yeah. Until he gets Rudo's letter, there's no reason for him to head there.
I think double check in the fire arrows. Fire arrows are still unreachable at this time. Need a wallet for that. Magic beans aren't shuffled, so the other thing too is that you could see them going, picking up some magic beans, maybe to get the item on top of the spirit ledge, or I guess the arch, spirit arch. There's the
dongos.
Yeah.
It's always the worst after you clear an area reading them. Especially when it's in an area like here where you know your opponent may have read that before they went in there.
There's the 30 skulls hint. I think we saw a 20 skull hint at the Temple of Time, or it could have been another 30 skull hint, but I did know that we've seen...
I think that was a 31.
Okay. So we may still need 10 more skulls.
Alright, here we are. Favorite place to be Minish Link. Yes, that 20 skull hint is super rare, but in the case like this where the 40 and 50 skulls are turned off, it's more likely you'll see that hint.
Poor fans.
Oh, fans.
Poor fans getting the Minish Link.
Just a reminder, if you have not already, you can redeem 50 free coins to use to pool towards effects in this crowd control race.
And remember, there is a bit of a delay on the effects, so kind of want to queue them up a little early. It's quite the delay, so you can expect at least like, I think it's 30-ish seconds.
And you can queue up those effects. So right now we can see that Spike is a Minish Link, but if you want to put more coins towards that, it will just keep queuing it up and he'll just stay small for quite some time.
It's a long Minish Link.
Now I know Spike likes to opt to skip the compass chest room up here. But he's doing crowd control because he does know that this Minish thing tends to happen a lot climbing up here. He's gonna go in that room though.
Yeah, he can't light the torch.
Ah!
You can see, okay, he's big now. He might light the torch right away just to avoid.
Yes. That's when you're doing crowd control, you gotta do things maybe not the most optimal time, but just to get them done.
Yep. You know, I don't think we've seen the low gravity yet.
I think that's such a fun effect just to see the players go flying when they jump.
Yep. It would probably also mess up with the B1 skip, wouldn't it? I wonder.
If you turn on low gravity, you can make it so you don't even need to do B1 skip.
Oh.
But if you put on high gravity, then they're not going to be able to make that jump when doing the skips.
Oh, that's very nicely done. B1 skip. No iron boots for Spike today.
Yes. The one version that he tends to do of that is a lot quicker if you know how to do it. Not as much of a setup as Fant's B1 skip.
I'm interested to see what's going to be on this boss. Mostly because Fant, I think, had to leave because of the Burma iron boots, so... We do know that it is just a spiritual stone, so...
If this is something important, I imagine we're not going to see Fant coming back here anytime soon, because it is quite a trek to come up just to fight Goma. So this could be a big item here if it is an important one for Spike.
Fant's unfortunately having some issues with hover boots being equipped during that Stalfos, the big Stalfos fight, and gets hecked real quick. Unfortunately dying, having to go all the way back.
Now this is a fun part where Spike is. If you take away his sticks or nuts, he's not going to be able to fight Goma. And will be helpless. But it looks like he's going to finish her off now.
Giant Link still has to jump up, even though he's taller than the block.
Just a heart piece, so nothing important there. We know OOT is just Serenade, so that's Spike doing the Deku Tree didn't really help him too much.
Nope. Nothing of value there.
I feel like it is very rare, though, to see a Deku Tree that doesn't have some type of value in it. So
Yep.
It is pretty much all Sphere 1, Sphere 0 checks in there.
Now Spike seeing that hint that OOT song is Serenade. You know, I never thought about one-hit KO in Fire Temple without the Fire Tunic. Because that is actually damage.
I believe I would say that it would work if you touched the lava because that does a different type of damage, but I don't think it would affect your timer.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, because heat itself isn't damage, it's just a timer down to kind of Link dying. But if you did hit the one-hit KO, the 1/4 heart, him walking into a room that has a timer would
Yeah.
likely give them a short timer.
Very, very tiny timer.
You can also use your coins to remove empty heart containers for them. So when they are heading in Fire Temple, you could just lower them down to 1 heart, and they'd also have a very small timer, given that they don't have a fire tunic.
So we're starting to see kind of them wrapping around to the checks that each other has done. So this will be, oh, what was the frogs?
Yeah, frogs too.
Yeah, we're starting to see them doing the checks that each other has done. So we'll start to see, I guess, who's got the advantage fairly soon. Having Epona's song does allow access to Gerudo Valley, which is going to be nice for Spike. Getting into that GTG.
Which I don't believe we've seen any hint stones in regards to GTG yet, unless I missed it.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing any either, but it is possible that, yeah, we missed it.
But GTG is an area with a lot of item density, so if they are in desperate need of some items and don't really have access to any of their dungeons, that's a great area to go and search for progression. Oh, Fant having to do the puzzle with his iron boots on. Slowing that down quite a bit.
But still gonna have more than enough time.
Yes.
Bingley.
They give you more than enough with fast block pushing in this. I'm not even sure what happens if you don't finish that puzzle in time.
It just flips over. The blocks just like actually flip.
Oh.
And then there's a new puzzle, pretty much. Which is
Interesting.
not fun if you've already put most of the blocks in place. Because then you have to rearrange the whole puzzle. Fanta having low amounts of hearts here. You see Link panting away.
Definitely, I'd say Phantom Ganon coming up is probably one of the more trickier boss fights in this game. Which for players like these who are very experienced isn't the biggest feat, but it's definitely easy to take some type of damage while fighting Phantom Ganon.
Yep.
As opposed to other bosses.
Especially if, you know, mid-fight, all of a sudden they get pacifists added to their fight.
Pacifist combined with anything that's going to make it hard to move, like iron boots.
Yeah.
could make you a real sitting duck for that fight as Phantom Ganon tries to shoot his lightning balls at you.
So we did get a hint that Graveyard was, I guess, foolish choice.
Yes.
So it's interesting.
We do.
I wonder
We
if that
also know.
includes the song.
Yes, it does. But we do know that we already got a hint early on that this prelude,
Oh yeah, that's
which
right.
as a child is a very convenient song to get you back.
Yep.
Oh, if Spike forgot, that was an interesting reaction he had there. But I think that prelude is a pretty useful song, and I myself would go out and get that just for the ease sake of switching back and forth between adult and child.
We do know that Temple of Time is on the way of the hero, so there is in fact something here that is necessary, which I can only assume is probably the song. And we're looking for, I
It
guess,
could be-
Song of Time, Song of Storms, and Forest? Is the only ones we
Of those
haven't seen?
ones, we know that Forest wouldn't be useful since we already have Saria's, which was our access to Forest Temple.
Yep.
I would say Song of Storms, which gives us access to the bottom of the well and a couple other overworld hints.
Yes.
Could possibly have something locked behind them. We got Fant here on Phantom Ganon.
Oh man, and those effects flying in. Oh my goodness. Giant enemies, nose and targeting.
Target.
Yeah. Oof.
They say that it's real easy to see how important that Z button is in Ocarina of Time when you take it away from these players. Oh, Fant getting hit by one and having been put down to only one heart, getting that death.
I'm a bit concerned. Did his game free? Uh-oh.
That looks like a game crash. Not sure when the last time he saved was. This is not how we wanted Fant to die.
Looks like he saved recently. We have Spike is just pausing to make sure that Fant is good.
Yeah, hopefully he's saved recently enough that this won't take a long time to get back here.
So looks like we're gonna reset the game here. Or not reset, but restart. So I'm curious to hear at the moment. What is everyone in chat's favorite effect so far that they've seen from this crowd control race? Luca, what's yours?
Oh. I'm gotta say I'm a big fan of that Minish Link.
Me too.
It causes a lot of cute things, such as picking up the chickens and you're just kind of an entire Kuko, or those slow climbs. That's your favorite too, Saku?
Yeah, Minish Link is definitely. I still really, really can't wait for Ruto with Minish Link because it is literally the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh no. Looks like his save file might be gone.
I think that he might have loaded the wrong. With crowd control, it actually has a built-in BizHawk, and so he might have just loaded up the wrong BizHawk. Yeah, I'm really hoping that it wasn't save corruption.
Me too. This has been a nice, I'd say it's been overall a close, interesting race. These two.
The only reason I'm saying that I think that it's the wrong BizHawk is the settings are really weird, right? Like the size of the game on the screen is completely different. So I suspect that it's just the wrong one is being loaded because the settings are normally saved. So
All right, looks like it was just a BizHawk crash issue and he has recovered it. So we're just got to wait for that to get all back up, but we will be getting back with the race shortly.
Yep.
Spike's going to wait there until Fant is back and up and going.
Yeah, we just need to see the game on the screen. All right, looks like the game is there. Woohoo!
There we go. Technology for you.
All right, I'm gonna see if they want to do another small mini countdown. They're just checking to see if crowd control is working. As long as it's working, then we're gonna continue here. It's alive. Nope.
Just a reminder, while we're still sitting here waiting, if you have not yet redeemed your free crowd control coins, you can go ahead and do so with the crowd control extension by going to exchange. You'll get 10 free ones. And if you are a sub to Speed Gaming, you also get an extra, I believe it's like 100 for being a sub.
Yep, it depends on the tier, but yeah, if you're a tier 1 sub, you get 100 free coins.
Yeah, which that alone is enough to do some of these effects on the player, including the ever difficult no Z target and Minish Link effects. Or you can use those to pool towards a greater one. Did I not say 50? 50 free ones for the exchange. My mistake.
Whoops.
All right. Looks like Fant's got to do some work in the forest temple to get caught back up to where he was.
So Spike is being good guy Spike and just waiting for him to get back to the point that he was at before the crash. I hear Spike. Was that a Spike kiss I heard?
I got ambushed. While we're waiting, what's everyone's favorite dungeon in Ocarina of Time?
Ooh. That is a tough one.
I know, I'm sitting here like, I'm asking the question. I'm like, I don't even know. Water Temple?
See, I don't think I'm really a fan of forest. Like, I like the music and the atmosphere in forest, but I hate the fact that I have to, like, every time I go there, just run through the entire thing. No shortcut to the boss.
I remember in my like vanilla playthrough, forest was my favorite for the atmosphere. I thought it was interesting, but in terms of Zooter, it is not the funnest dungeon to have to be forced to go through the whole thing every time.
I actually think that my favorite one is Spirit Temple. And I can't even really describe why. It's just, I just really like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree on that one. I think it's an interesting concept of with this the theme of the game where you have to switch back from adult to child, that there's a dungeon that requires you to be both.
Yeah.
Was a real good use of that theming. And I think in terms of Zooter, it's a pretty fun one still, too.
I mean, rando-wise, yeah, Adult Dodongo is a fantastic dungeon. Yeah. Like a 5-minute dungeon there. Go in, get out. Saw another response in chat. Water Temple is great because it's got consistent theme throughout, maintaining the water level. So I have to agree about that. I know that a lot of people give Water Temple a lot of flack in regards to just like their first time completing it, but it is an interesting concept of a dungeon.
It just suffers in the fact that there's like that one point where it's very easy to miss.
Yes.
Like where you fall down.
Yep, I remember my first time in the Water Temple was very I was always missing one key. I had no idea how to get to it. It was interesting, but it's still a really cool dungeon. Also, you know what? Bottom of the Well is another cool one. Just the concept of not being able to see, getting the lens of truth there.
And it just adds that spooky element.
Yeah.
Because as a child, everything is, everything's spooky when you're an adult, but that's the one part in child where things are not quite right. I remember as a kid playing that, though, and not being able to finish the game because it was a little too creepy.
Yep.
So I'm sure a lot of people had that similar experience in their childhood.
Yep, Shadow Temple was it for me. Oh man, when I was a kid, my biggest issue, actually, I had to put the game away for, I think it was like 6 months because I couldn't figure out Deku Tree.
Oh,
Which
what?
is like the first dungeon of the game. I didn't realize you had to light the spider web on fire in the basement.
Oh
and
my
so
God.
it was real bad. Then I
See,
came back.
I had a similar experience though with Majora's Mask. As a kid, I couldn't figure out how to get out of the town in the very, very beginning of the game.
Oh.
So I could never even start that game as a kid because I just couldn't figure out what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go and wait up at the tower.
We are almost caught up. I expect to see Fant save before heading
Yes.
down.
I see the comment about not using Deku nuts casually, and that's something that still blows my mind replaying this game as an adult, is just how useful the Deku nuts are in so many different scenarios.
Yep.
And as a kid, you just kind of thought that they were the most useless item. Why would I ever use them?
Oh man, guess I'm gonna have 30 plus Deku nuts for the whole game because I'm never gonna use them. That's pretty much, yeah, my response as well.
And ice arrows are just kind of consistently pretty useless.
I mean, I think I tried Deku nuts on every single boss possible, just to see if they did anything.
Spike is waiting for Fant to catch back up to where he was. Fant's game had a crash, unfortunately, so he's redoing some of the areas just to make up for what he has already done.
Yep.
So once Fant is back into the Phantom Ganon fight, Spike will be free to start again.
Yep, and I suspect that we'll see that fairly soon. We should see Fant save, and then they'll start.
Oh, that's another thing too. Sticks in this game. Sticks actually have, I think, a higher attack power than the Kokiri sword do.
Yep.
But you by default fight with a sword because, duh, it's a sword.
Yeah.
Why
Who's
would
gonna
you
use
fight with
sticks?
sticks?
Yeah. You got a sword, why would you use sticks? Interestingly enough, they also have a longer reach. So there was, in Bottom of the Well, one time, my enemies got enlarged in the mini-boss room, and I thought it was actually a soft lock because I couldn't reach the hitboxes of the arms. There's like a small mound of dirt on the left-hand side that you can only reach the boss if you have Deku sticks.
Oh wow.
Yeah. With Kokiri sword, it is not possible. You need those sticks. So the extra length also is definitely nice.
Bet that took you a while to kind of
yeah.
MacGyver that all together.
Oh yeah, it took a few minutes. I think it was a good at least 15. First, you need to make sure the chat actually allows you to have sticks.
All right. Spike has such he does not have a fairy bottle here, nor does he have Goron tunic, so this fight's gonna be a bit tight to finish with the timer.
So Fant officially having the forest dungeon complete, getting that spirit medallion. Getting a little bit of extra damage here with that bow and arrow.
And earlier we saw him using the bomb shoes to blow up in the hole that Volvagia entered, which also does damage to Volvagia. So he's trying to combo all these things to beat her before he dies from the timer.
Ooh. And unfortunately, having 10 seconds
Oh.
left and Volvagia running away, not gonna be enough.
It's interesting that he hasn't picked up at least a fairy to completely fill up his hearts, just because those extra seconds in this type of a scenario could really help him.
Yep.
He does
now
not
we're-
have the Goron tunic.
Now we're at the point where they've pretty much caught up with each other, so you can see they've got fairly, I guess, pretty much the same items at this point. So they're very neck and neck. It's a really close race still. I think
Fant doesn't have as many hearts as Spike does, though, so that would be the reason Fant, we haven't seen him really dip into Fire Temple yet, because without Goron Tunic, you really need those hearts or a bottle to get through those areas.
so. Invisible Link, one of the things about Invisible Link is that it actually reduces your size to 0. So getting a hit with the hammer, I think, is actually not possible because you don't actually have anything. You don't actually have any size to hit anything. You also can't climb. Talk about Minish Link not being able to climb very fast. I don't believe that Invisible Link can climb at all. I do like how every time it's warm, it says, "Twitch, it's too hot in here." We're gonna see, I think, the fairy fountain here at Hyrule Castle Town. Spike's gonna be doing the bomb chews and the Deku Nuts again. Getting a nice game save. Pacifist.
Pacifist. He
There
can't
it
even
is.
pull out his bombs, can't pull out the hammer. He's just forced to quit that.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, if you lower his heart containers now, he's got even less time when he enters that boss room door. Because that timer resets as he opens the boss room door.
All right. Going back to Volvagia. Will we make it through this time? Oh! One hit KO!
Oh. Oh. I'm surprised he's even really making this attempt right now with crowd control and lacking a Goron tunic or bottle for fairies.
If there's one thing I am learning about Spike today, is he is very stubborn.
Oh, yes. Very persistent, too. He does not give up easily.
All right,
Yes, I like the word dedicated better. Very dedicated. Yes, the music is randomized as well.
I can't remember, where did we find the big Goron sword?
The fairy fountain in Death Mountain Crater. Which is a stone throws away from where Spike is right now. And he does have access to there. Which would that would really quicken up this fight for him.
I do not think that's enough time to pick up the item. He's got 5 seconds, maybe? Maybe it's if he picks up the item, then he can just come back into the room and grab the teleport. And he won't have to do the boss fight again, but I don't know. It might be close.
I think I would run into the teleport.
I think that was a small key.
That is a small key, yes. Which isn't necessary. You can have 2 extra keys in the fire temple if played correctly, so... And that's if you choose to full clear it.
I think Fant has perma hover boots and is, using this to his advantage. I guess he got hecked on the iron boots earlier, so why not?
Now he's got...
Now he's getting revenge.
Yes, with that shadow and spirit medallion, that does open the light arrow cutscene. And we do know Temple of Time is Way of the Hero, so that could be a useful item that these players could need to progress. Spike now gonna go get that big Goron sword that he needed about, a couple minutes ago.
Long shot found on Fant's side. Convenient hover boots are convenient.
I don't believe Spike has hit up this area yet.
I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it said Zora's Domain, not Zora's River. I was about to say, pretty sure it said that it was not.
But when Zora's Domain is barren, and it kind of deters you from going over here if you haven't already.
Gerudo Valley. Plundering Gerudo Valley is a foolish choice. That does not include GTG though, so GTG is its own hint.
That is a good hint for Spike to read though, because he often he does not really do Gerudo Valley checks. And so that just kind of confers to him that Fant probably went there and didn't get anything. Let's see what that big Goron sword item is. First bottle.
Bottles? Does that mean we can
See that? See, he just got 2 useful items that if he had just gotten those checks before he did Volvagia, it would have made that fight a lot easier for Spike.
Gonna get some skull. Oh man, skull kills. Only one stick for Fant at the moment, so
Using those bomb shoes. Like checking the item that he tried to hover boots to earlier, but accidentally broke the crate. So we'll see if this was something that would have been useful earlier on. Nothing.
you know.
Yeah, so Spike was able to stab the rocks by storing the hammer effect with the and then crouch stabbing. You'll often see players fighting in this game with what we call power crouch stabs. And those store whatever the last attack damage was. So in this case, it was the hammer damage. Which means he can just crouch stab those rocks away.
Very convenient.
Funny because earlier on Fant was struggling with having those permanent irons, and now he's like, well, this is useful at least now.
Yeah. This is full. You're taking full advantage of the hovers at this point. I'm curious to know what happens if Iron Boots gets added. If it'll overwrite or if it's bugged out. Spike looks confused a little bit. We're heading to the Temple of Time on Fant's side. I'm gonna go back to being adults. Link's gotta pay his taxes. Oh boy, another heart piece. I think we're even on heart pieces. Both of them have 6. Or, sorry, heart containers, not heart pieces. Nope, Spike has 5.
Fant going back to the desert.
Yep, gonna be getting the item that's on top of the arch. What could it be? Is it a wallet? Is it a bomb bag? Is it neither?
Is it an ice trap?
Yeah. I like that idea. Oh, it's a miss. All right, take 2. It's a wallet. Now we can go buy.
Yeah. I'll say now he can buy the bomb bag
and the fire arrows.
Like using that bottle to get the big Poe check in.
Yep.
What
Nice quick check here.
Going out to GTG though.
looks like Fant is gonna farm some rupees. So he needs 105 for the bomb bag, and I don't recall, maybe it was 105 for the fire arrows. I know one of them is 105.
I don't remember the exact prices.
Oh boy, there's those light arrows.
Ooh. Not immediately useful, but it does put an advantage if Fant doesn't do that check, then he will have to find out that information from Ganon himself and go back and grab those later on. Just a reminder, one of the effects that you can use in crowd control is to take away a player's rupees. So it is possible once Fant's headed over to buy the bomb bag, you could take that money away from it, and we have to go grind out the money again. But she's headed out there now.
Will he make it? There is a bit of like I think it's like a 30+ second delay,
Yeah.
so you might
want to put that in now if that's something
Yeah.
you're wanting to do to.
And if he's already spent the rupees by the time that you do it, it just if you refresh, it'll refund you your rupees back. Oh, bought the Goron tunic instead.
Interesting.
I guess who needs bombs when you have the hammer and bomb cheese? Well, that many bomb chews anyways.
I guess at this point of the game, there isn't much need for a bomb bag with what they've covered.
Yeah, they do both have boomerang. Yes.
Like, got Din's. All he needs is magic now to enter the Shadow Temple. So I'm trying to see what each player is missing. Right now, they're both missing Ruto's letter. Spike is missing Long Shot that Fant found in the grotto Rose River. They both need magic.
Fant actually has magic.
Oh, I missed. Where did Fant find magic?
That is a fantastic question that I'm sure that chat can answer for us.
Oh, the Castle Fairy Fountain. All right.
Ah, there we go.
Though there is a second magic out there that is still to be found.
Yep. Alright, looks like we're heading to GTG. We do know that Gerudo Valley, not necessary. Gerudo Fortress, potentially necessary, but not the valley.
Another interesting place to affect some crowd control effects is doing reverse controls during the horseback archery, which I imagine Spike will be doing fairly soon after he frees the carpenters here. We're seeing Fant do checks in the fire temple that Spike did not do. And at this point, Spike is not likely to go back to for a long time. So
Yeah.
we'll see if Fant finds anything useful here.
For Spike's sake, Spike is probably hoping that that Fant is not going to find something in here.
We'll see how deep in Fire Temple Fant opts to go, though.
Oh boy, using the hook shot there to dodge the Minish Link. Or I guess Invisible Link. Got the hook shot out there. It's kind of a little big for him. Well, that was a waste of 200 rupees. So I think they're both they need to do Water Temple. They don't have anything to enter it yet.
Oh yeah, we're still missing those iron boots.
Iron boots. And Rudo's letter, I think. And the rest of them, I think they've found the other stuff, but between the two of them, they're each missing items.
We'll see. Fant got that boss key. Let's see if he opts to go deeper into fire or just go ahead and beat Volvagia.
Alright, here we go. Archery game. Nicely done. That's a bunch of points.
Alright, got round 1 done, no problem. Again, this is a great time to put on reverse controls. Struggle to get the ever eluded 1500. That's a lot more difficult to hit.
So he got seeds, but I didn't think he had the slingshot.
Yeah. Neither did he.
And he's got reverse controls, so he can't shoot anything.
Nice going, chat. Yeah, that is not gonna cut it for 1500.
And Fant is heading to Volvagia. Gonna be getting at least Fant having the fire tunic is gonna be able to grab that key and continue on if he so chooses. So.
And that big Goron sword, which cuts down a whole cycle with Volvagia, which is quite a long fight.
Reverse controls again. Oh man, crowd is ruthless today. Oh man, can he do it? Oh, look at that! Freaking on the nose. What a fantastic job. Okay, props to Spike for that.
What a gamer.
That was good. I am impressed.
I'm big proud. Spike, the first one to enter GTG. We'll see if there's anything of value in there.
Hopefully there's at least one item that they need in here.
I'm betting there's gonna be something in here. I'm curious from chat, what do you guys think our last go mode item will be in this seed. So far, neither have found Rudo's letter, or iron boots. Yeah, I think that letter tends to be one of the ones that blocks our players from finishing.
Yeah.
Seen
And
that happen far too often.
we did mention this earlier, but there's probably people who have joined us since then. But Ganon's castle requires 7 medallions to open. No trials are required, and the big key for Ganon's castle is also removed. Or the big key lock for it is removed. So, not going to be much time spent in Ganon's castle.
6 medallions, not 7.
Sorry, 6.
We did not.
Wow.
We did not add a medallion to this game.
My link to the past is showing here. Yeah, definitely.
Having one-hit KO in this room is a little dangerous with those boulders. Got to be a little careful. Spike making it out with no problem there.
What? You mean this isn't a link to the past? I thought it was.
Double defense.
Well, Spike already has Din Fire, whereas Fant does not.
Yeah, Rudo's letter and iron boots are the only items that we haven't seen either player find. Yeah, but it is likely that for one of them it could be a different item that's their last one. Like, I'm curious at this point when Spike will go to Zora's River and get that long shot. We'll see if this... I'm also curious to see, will Fant go deeper into fire? Or now that he's beaten fire, if he'll leave all those checks behind?
Fire is very valuable if you remove all the keys from the game.
Mm-hmm.
So is water, actually.
Yes.
But
water only has... Normally, it has 13 keys in it, I believe, and 4 items. But if you're playing on Key Sanity, where the keys are all throughout the world, suddenly water has a lot of checks.
taken. Oops, sorry.
Double defense does not extend the lava timer. Oh, it looks like Spike did get a useful item in GTG. He's got his silvers. Oh, that was an item I forgot that we did not have, but we need. So he actually now has all the items required to beat Spirit Temple.
Do we need silvers?
Yes, for Spirit Temple. Oh, wait, no, I lied. Spirit Temple was not a required dungeon. Spirit just holds such a place in my heart that I was like, we have to go there.
Spike, you're required to be Spirit. It doesn't matter whether you need it or not.
I just really wanted to go to Spirit. There could be something locked in Spirit, though.
There definitely could. Spirit has a bunch of items, so you never know where the seed may lead.
So this could just lead this could bait potentially Spike into going down a rabbit hole that he doesn't need to go down. It is convenient to get your silvers though well in GT checks locked behind silvers. And I don't believe that Spike did do that light arrow cutscene, which could likely have, with Temple of Time being Way of the Hero, it could have a valuable item for him.
Yeah. I think, I actually think that Fant is currently doing Shadow Temple in order to get that song check from there.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, light arrows was Din.
Oh, okay. So that is
Okay.
also something that is
Well,
necessary.
yes. That was probably our Temple of Time Way of the Hero. Right. Waiting to see if Spike is gonna leave here with anything else that is useful.
This is gonna be a pretty quick fight for Fant. With that big Goron sword, yeah, there it is. Already done. Oh, Kokiri sword. Doesn't do too much right now.
Though Jabu is required, so that will be nice to have that. I'm not sure what his stick count is.
Yeah,
But
just
the
in
crowd
case, you
can-
know.
The
Yeah.
crowd can't take away your sword, but they can take away your stick, so.
I don't know why I thought that Fant had Lens of Truth. He does. Okay.
I was like, I feel like I saw that at some point.
It was Zora's Zora. It was a ledge by Zora's domain.
It'd be nice for Fant if Shadow Temple has either Ruto's letter or irons behind it, because that will open up another medallion dungeon for him that Spike just cannot access right now because he hasn't found his magic yet.
I'm very curious to see where we're gonna find Ruto's letter. It's one of those things that can basically be anywhere except for, you know, Zora's domain past, or I guess Zora's fountain, I guess, is the better term for it.
Looks like Spike will probably be heading to that check that will get him the magic right now.
Convenient. But he really needs to go to the river.
I imagine he's gonna get that magic and then head straight to Shadow Temple, though.
Yep.
Putting off those other child checks, which I do not blame him for doing. Yep. Oh.
Fant getting through Shadow fairly quickly.
Oh, interesting. Spike is gonna go do some other checks, so that looks like he should be going to go get that long shot then. No? No?
No, I think he's
No.
becoming an adult. Oh,
So close.
oh, nice kill. Hopefully warning him that he should not become an adult.
Oh.
No, he's ignoring the warning. He's going.
As we've seen today, Spike is very stubborn. I think he's kind of got a one-track mind. When he's got his eyes set on a goal, he's got tunnel vision, and he's just gonna go straight towards that.
Must do Shadow Temple right now.
Shadow Temple, I have to say, is probably the harshest dungeon where if you die in it, you've got quite a lot of ground to make up, depending on where you die.
Yep.
Saw earlier with Fant's death, he's got to trek quite a ways to get back to where he was.
Now both of them in Shadow Temple. I do like their magic colors though. The blue is very nice. Their hearts are both green too, but different. Interesting, their hearts and magic are both the same colors but different. Ooh, jumped a teeny bit too early. There we go. Nicely done. It does not look like the lens of truth is on the tracker. Might be a good thing to add. Maybe take away the the seeds or something. A quiver.
It's there, you just have to use it to see it.
That was pretty good. I like that. That was like 10 out of 10.
It is weird that there's a quiver in that tracker when you already have the bow.
Yeah. There's also seeds.
And there's...
Yeah. Oh man, iron boots. What a time to get iron boots. Ooh, uses the re-dead as a hookshot point.
That was smart thinking on his feet.
Yep. Now, it's gonna take Fant a second to run up here. He does need that one rupee out there. He's gotta wait for the iron boots to run out. So,
yeah, we'll definitely will not
missed.
make that jump.
Nope. Link is extremely large on Spike's side. Can't even line up because he can't see the Gyarados.
I love seeing how these like cosmetic effects can really affect the game. Oh, Fant finding silvers now. Meaning that Spike will get his golds in here.
Interesting.
Which is, yeah, that's interesting because that is one more check that Spike could get. So at this point of the game, I feel like it's unlikely that that will lock anything, but important. So that does mean that the Ganon Fairy Fountain is in play here. I do not recall seeing a hint for outside of Ganon's castle, but we do know that inside of Ganon's castle is foolish. Oh, there's the Rudo's letter.
Woohoo! One less item to find. Now it's just all down to iron boots.
Where are those irons? Because after here, both players have access to Jabu, and just kind of depends on who's gonna find. Although Spike doesn't have his long shot yet. Spike's lacking that. Fant's lacking his light arrows.
Yep.
Though he can get that hint at least off of Ganon at the very end if needed.
Oh wow, that was a great
Oh,
save. Yeah,
wow.
that was amazing. Oh man, those iron boots. That was great timing. Oh man, Spike, what are you doing? What are you doing? You got stuck.
Ah.
Oh no. Oh no. That was great timing.
Luckily for him, it doesn't put him too far out of the way, but very entertaining nonetheless.
Alright, so Fant is gonna move this block. Hopefully moves it all the way, because this is gonna at least unlock the shortcut. And the last thing you want is to, you know, die before having unlocked this shortcut and have to go all the way back.
Imagine him dying at, now it's too late, but imagine him dying as he was pushing that block.
Yes.
Having to go through the whole thing again.
Alright, so down we go in this boat. You can actually stand at like the top corner of the boat, and the these guys just kind of run off the edge of the boat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like top left corner, just way up on the back. And you just watch them. They'll try to get you, but they can't reach, and so they'll just actually run right off the edge. Fantastic. But with Bigoron's sword, there's, you know, no need to really worry about that. Oh man, pacifist and removing a heart container. Well, can't use the bow now
Nope.
to unlock
Not
that.
gonna be able to unlock that. It's gonna have to wait. Spike getting those golds. I'm really curious. I want to know personally what the Ganon's Fairy Fountain is.
Imagine if it's Iron Boots.
Yeah, that would be great for Spike. Is that Rudo's letter? Strange place to place a SOS letter, if you ask me.
So we continue through. I believe Fant should be getting to Bongo Bongo fairly soon. With these last couple checks here. Killing one of the redeads in... Oh, wow! Well, there's the Iron Boots.
There we go.
Killing one of the redeads in any room where there's more than one will actually cause the other one to, you know, head towards the one who was killed. It's interesting because they won't attack you along the way, so it's a much easier kill to get the second one. There's always something interesting, or I found interesting.
Yes, let's put Fant not in go mode, but no mode. So he can go ahead and finish all his required medallion dungeons. The only thing he's missing right now is his light arrows, which Ganon will tell him where the lights are located. So he doesn't even have to go searching for those. So this puts Fant in a very good position right now.
Absolutely.
Spike is still gonna have to search for that long shot. The light arrows are located on Big Poe.
Yep.
And the long shot is in the open grotto in Zora's River.
Also, yep.
Which I imagine, as Spike is heading up Zora's River to... I imagine he could potentially check that check when he goes to do Jabu Jabu, but we'll have to wait and see. But he does at least have a whole nother dungeon that he can complete right now, so he... And it happens to be close to where his long shot is.
Yeah, I'm hoping that getting the Rudo's letter and having the boomerang and everything will kind of lead him to go and do that dungeon, and along the way pick up the items that he's missing.
Hmm. Ganon's boss key is unlocked. He does not have a key on his door, so the only thing the only thing Fant needs is the lights. He does not need a key to get up to Ganon.
Yep.
Did Spike not open the shortcut?
I don't believe Spike did. I didn't see him do it.
Very dangerous in a crowd control. Chat, you know what to do.
Punish him.
You punish that type of mistake. Yeah, you could allow him to go back and get that shortcut though. Yeah, if you have those 50 freebie coins, you can help pool those together if you don't have the money to pay for it on your own.
All right, I'm gonna get to see the boss fairly soon. One heart. Bad things can happen when you go into a boss with one heart and crowd control.
Especially Bongo Bongo.
Yes.
He's a boss you can pretty easily take some type of damage to at some point, depending on the moves he uses.
Oh, there it is. Band realizing probably.
Oh.
I think that was expected. His reaction seemed like, yeah, I kind of knew this was gonna happen.
You just know Spike's got to be anticipating a death coming up too.
Yep. He's walking through this door. Wow, tiny Link. Alright, here we go. I wonder what Minish Link is gonna look like in here with the bouncing. I wonder if that's gonna affect anything. I haven't seen bouncing Minish Link. I think that was... Yeah, that was a hit. Oh, nicely done. That was amazing. Look at that. Spike not being punished.
Wow.
I guess chat is evening out the playing field, trying to maybe get Spike to head towards Zora's domain.
Yeah, at this point, Spike needs that little bit of advantage, potentially, to find his long shot.
The interesting thing is, like, fans can go up to Ganon to get the hint for the light arrows, but there really is nothing so far for that long shot.
Yes.
Or at least from what I've seen.
Alright. Curious to see if Spike will find his long shot on the way to Jabu. I could likely see him just going straight to Jabu though and not checking. Ay, poor Fant.
Fant got hacked again. At least he's got the shortcut. Alright, so Spike has returned to the Kokiri Forest, which I'm expecting means he's probably gonna take the waterfall.
Yes.
So he's not going to go past the grotto unless he goes a little bit out of his way. And I'm really hoping he does.
I'm hoping he gets those checks.
There's Lands of Truth is going to be sitting right on the ledge as soon as he, like, hops out. And so, I don't think he needs it for anything at this point, but maybe he might think, hey, you know, maybe chess game or something. And so he might go all the way back to get the chicken or something to go grab the lens? Or
Looks like he's gonna go clear up some checks in here first.
good call, good call.
In a way that is promising that then he'll clear out the river as well.
Nice heart refill. It's always handy when you're sitting at a couple hearts. Alright. Fant, take 3. Well, actually, I think the other one wasn't even... He didn't even get to the boss before he died.
Will Fant be able to finally beat Bongo Bongo this time?
Well, he's been giant-sized. So, here's hoping.
Like heading into the river. We'll see if he goes and gets those checks.
Market is on the way of the hero. I think, what was in Market again? Well, that was Boomerang, I think, right?
I believe Boomerang was in Kakariko shop.
Yeah, that's probably correct. I don't remember what was in Market. Oh, Zora Scale?
Zora Scale was...
Alright, so Spike is doing exactly what I thought he was gonna do, and I'm hoping that along the way he's gonna check the grotto.
Oh, yes,
light arrows.
The light arrows.
Yeah, I always forget that that's considered Market, even though it's like, yeah. Alright, Fant officially defeating Bongo Bongo. Spike is grabbing the chicken. Not worried about getting that purple rupee. Fant has the light medallion now. Only needs 2 more. And Spike is headed towards the final item needed.
Putting him in go mode. Which at this point, I would say that, yeah, Spike would be in the lead. So he has all his items. Though between crowd control and Fant's last item being locked behind a given hint, Fant's not out of this yet.
Oh, there's the reaction. Like, oh. Yeah, there it is.
All that's standing in Spike's way now is chat and a couple of bosses.
Yeah, we can't have them too far apart, so we're gonna have to make sure that, you know, Fant is able to catch up here. So, Fant has a Pona. Can go and quickly, wait, I don't think Fant has a bottled. Oh, yes, because
Yes,
Rudo's letter.
Rudo's letter.
But that, I think, still has the letter in it. So I don't know if he can pick up a Poe right now.
You cannot. You need an empty bottle to get that Poe. But he's just gonna hightail it to Water Temple right now, clear that out. At this point, he's probably hoping that he'll just stumble upon lights at this point, and if he doesn't, he will just get that hint.
Alright, we have a bottle with a letter in it and a bottle with a fish. Spike is all prepped to get into Jabu.
Question is, which number check is Fat gonna find that boss key on? Where are we gonna find the boss key in here? Because that's all he needs in there.
You know, interestingly enough, as soon as Fant hands in the Ruto's letter, you can actually fill the bottle with the big Poe. If you want to do a really big hint.
I don't believe we've gotten a check. Oh, that is a point. Our players might not have access to the boss key if it is locked behind that river chest, because you do need Song of Time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, really hopeful that that's not the spot it's in, but it is always a possibility.
Alright. We got Faint in Water Temple, Spike in Jabu, which is not a temple, but is a dungeon.
Yeah, Song of Time would be on Ice Cavern because Water Temple blocks.
Sorry.
It could be on the Forest Temple medallion too. Wait, I've got my medallions all mixed up. No. Oh, I was like, what are you laughing about?
Sorry, I find that
Ruto just scooting around.
That is absolutely amazing.
Sorry, anyways. Since Water Temple blocks 2 songs because it is the Forest Medallion, we do know that Song of Time would be on Ice Cavern.
Yep.
If Song of Time is needed to finish Water Temple. It looks like she's on, like, when she's being held by the Minish Link, it looks like she's on, remember in school you'd have like those little floor scooters?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like she's doing.
Those things hurt when you rolled over your fingers, though. You gotta be careful. So we did get one item, bomb bag, in Water Temple. So now we officially have a bomb bag, even if Fant didn't want one.
Oh, the no Z target.
That definitely hexed some things up.
That makes this room very difficult.
Alright, all the jellies are taken care of. Now the hard part, you gotta wait for... You definitely have to wait for the targeting here. It's gotta come all the way down. There you go. Target it and hit it with the boomerang. A few times. One more. Well, bam. Easy peasy. We see Spike isn't even going to any of the side rooms. Doesn't need it at this point. Just clearing the dungeon as quickly as possible. So it's gonna give Fant a little bit of a disadvantage because Fant is still looking for those light arrows.
It's like with every check in the water temple that is not the boss key, you get a little more nervous that you're gonna need to go find that Song of Time to find your boss key in water temple.
Alright, here comes the hardest mini-boss in the game. For Spike. Oh man, see? Doesn't even avoid the first attack? Oh, just kidding, it's over. Yeah, that was it. Now off to the final boss of the dungeon. With all the heart pieces, or sorry, with all the hearts that Fant is losing here, it's gonna make it very difficult for Fant to finish this dungeon.
Yes. Especially because he has not gotten that central pillar check yet, where you need to be under extended period of time.
Now the sword is beatable and not all areas reachable, so that is something to keep in mind. There may not be an available Zora tunic if, let's say, they can find the key relatively early, the big key relatively early.
I feel like we might have seen a Zora's tunic in a shop at one point. I could be mistaken.
I know that there was definitely a Zora tunic on the right side of a shop, which is the 300 rupee, like, always guaranteed to be in a shop one. But I don't know if we've seen the second one. But I could be crazy.
Spike getting that quick hits with the Baronade there.
Yeah, I think just one more, and then he's done the fight. Yep, there it is. And there's the boss key.
Aha.
Fant's gonna be probably saving and quitting, going straight to the boss, hoping to get the light arrows there.
Yes. We're gonna see these two flip-flop dungeons pretty soon.
Spike just heading to an area he can teleport. Can't play the ocarina in the water. Actually, that would have been a good moment to use the iron boots. As soon as he got out of Jabu. I didn't even think about that. Darn, I should have mentioned it. Keep that in mind for next time, chat. Next time you see a Zooter crowd control.
That's it. I love about crowd control is there's just so many different ways you can like screw up the players, and I love seeing how some people like string these together.
Yep.
This is like I would have never thought of some of these things.
Run into a boss room and all of a sudden there's 4 effects on the screen. Yeah, it's fantastic. It looks like Fanta's setting up for the quick kill on. Well, it's dead. So didn't even have time to finish my sentence.
Very quick kill.
Yep. So now Fanta's done water and Spike is done Jabu. So looks like we're gonna be swapping.
Casually, I'd say Morpha is one of the most to beat once you get into those later phases where Morpha has all those arms. And then you watch this and it's like, wow, how easy, how quick. Like,
Especially if you have the Bigoron sword. I
Yes.
find the Bigoron sword makes this particular fight a lot easier because you got the longer reach. You can keep it pinned in the corner. Whereas the Master Sword can kind of get a little iffy sometimes.
Fant gonna shoot the sun in hopes that that's his light arrows. Not quite what he hoped for.
Need those light arrows. Yeah, no Zen target during the Water Temple boss is ooh. Bad times with the hook shot. I'm actually interested to know where that Zora tunic is.
Could very well be locked away in this seed.
It's like picking up some extra hearts, so it's got a little bit more time underwater without the tunic.
I believe hookshot is a weapon you cannot use in pacifist because it does damage.
Yeah, I don't think you can use anything. No arrows, no bombs, no hook shots, seeds, sticks. I'm pretty sure that it just locks your A and B button and your C buttons, so you can't do anything. I mean, your A button you can still roll. Pretty much it. Oh, we got some iron boots.
Oh.
30 seconds. It's not gonna be enough though. You're gonna have to queue up another boots. I don't think it's gonna make it. Because he transitioned to the other screen. Oh, his... That was close. That was close. That was good timing.
As these players are wrapping up kind of their final dungeons, chat, what has been some of your favorite moments of this crowd control race? I think we've had quite a lot of interesting things happen tonight, some hilarity.
Another set of iron boots. I like it.
Spike's reactions, always gold.
Also a
Reverse
reminder-
controls and archery. That was fun. Where we killed Fan's entire save file.
Yeah.
Spike and Dom. I really like the Spike and Dompe portion too. Small Link on the vines is always good.
Also a reminder that if you are enjoying the stream, to remember to give both these runners a follow. They're both fantastic Ocarina of Time randomizer players. And I know they would appreciate it. I would appreciate it if you would check out their stream.
They also do occasionally do like multi-worlds together, so you can see both of these guys play together on their streams as well.
Minish Link carrying Rudo. That is also a fantastic, fantastic one. I wasn't lying when I said that it was probably one of the funniest things I've seen. Alright. Fan's bottle is empty. And it is on his screen. It's probably now off his screen. But if you want to send him a big po, you guys can pool your
Spike's file died? What happened?
What?
Wait, what? Spike forgot to save and reset the game.
Oh no, what did he lose? Jabu?
That's all on him. Oh, this is really good for Fant. This might give Fant the win, to be honest.
Yeah, this...
yeah, he's got to do quite a lot. Oh, no.
The good thing is he does know that nothing is necessary in anything. He does know where the big key is, I think, or well, he knows where the big key is not in Water Temple.
Yes.
So he can use that to his advantage, but he definitely lost Jabu. He lost, he didn't have water to begin with, but lost the progress in water. Why wait for chat to heck me up when I can do it myself? Oh man. Well, now they both had file mishaps. Ironically, it was 10 minutes after I just remind everybody.
Oh man. You hate to see it.
Yeah. Oh man, long shot. Oh man, I bet he didn't know that was there. But we could potentially see the real shoot again. Oh man.
Oh man.
Don't get hit by those. You need all your hearts. Has Fan seen the Rudo scoot? I don't know. I don't think he has. Oh, I think Vance is, yeah, still looking for...
Oh yeah, I was wondering why he was doing these rooms.
Yeah, still looking for those light arrows. Ooh, a heart. Oh, nice. Lands right on the chest. Apparently, if you, like, put Rudo right in the center of the room there, Rudo bounces on the chest when it rises up.
Spike's just getting slowed down more and more.
Yeah. He's like, must roll faster. Must roll faster. Oh, there, Fan now sees the Oh, so great. That is so great. I love it. You guys are awesome.
Minish Link just has so many great value to him.
It really does. Really does.
No, Lady Wishy, we were able to recover that file that got hacked in Vance stream.
Now it's time for Vance's turn on the most difficult mini boss of the game.
Looks like he's gonna be doing it as a giant. Oh. That was weird.
There we go. Wait. Okay, there we go. Okay, I was getting weird. The box. Oh man. These are the moments.
Solid Snake.
Oh.
Oh, Vance got a big climb coming up. Unless, oh, nope.
Oh,
Just
well,
kidding.
that is a big climb.
Yep. Big punishment for not hitting that switch.
And we're back in the finish league. The Rudo Scoot.
Root Scoot.
Yep, there you go. It's official name from now on.
Again in this room with no Z target.
Oh, kill player. And Fant is running a bit low on Deku Knights.
Oh. Now there is a pot with Deku Nuts in Jabu, which should hopefully be enough for him. I'd imagine so.
So I saw Fant remembered to save. Fant is also very low on hearts. So I don't think Fant isn't gonna be able to. Oh, sorry, he gotta go and open the door again.
Yeah, Neo, Spike forgot to save before he reset, so he punished himself. All right, round 2 for Fant.
With half a heart and 5 nuts. Gonna have to use some boomerang fun times here. Oh, 1.5 hearts now. Wait, what? there is some heart stuff going on right now.
That was smart for Fant to pick up those hearts, because sometimes that lightning is real punishing and hard to avoid.
Oh yeah. Especially because here you're going to take intentional damage to get the boss out of the ground fast. And setting it up so that the boss bounces off the wall to come back to you is another pretty cool speedrun technique. Often utilized in the Zooter community. Alright, so now Fant has all the medallions necessary to go to Ganon's castle.
And once he gets up to the top of Ganon's castle, Ganon will tell him exactly where the light arrows are to beat Ganon, so... And that will be a real quick grab once he knows that it's just on Big Pose.
Aw, it didn't take effect as fast. Sad face. Darn it.
Gonna get this check while he's out here, just in case it is this check. Doesn't have to come all the way back out here.
Yep. It's a very smart play.
Alright, now Spike... Hopefully Spike will save. As he heads back to the water temple. He knows a few of the checks that it's not, so we'll see how fast he can find that key.
It's gonna need a couple small keys at least.
The light arrows are on big pose. I haven't seen if Spike has saved yet, though.
I really hope he does soon. I'm wondering if he's like trying to get to Water Temple first. But the number one thing to remember in crowd control, if you are ever doing a crowd control race or you are ever doing a crowd control with your community, save and save often. There is the save from Spike. If you want it, the good thing about Zooter is if you want somebody to save bad enough, just kill player them. Because it will automatically save their game.
Right now I'd say Fant is ahead. Because again, the only item he is missing is the light arrows, which he's gonna get an answer to where that is, and it's pretty quick grab once he knows where it is.
Oh, there's the kill player.
Do I think LaCroix I actually am drinking LaCroix right now. And I would say that's an accurate description of what LaCroix tastes like.
I have never had LaCroix.
It grew on me. It's like if you're used to drinking like sugary drinks, it tastes like someone faintly whispering the flavor into your ear. But I like it for the carbonation. I'm just always been a big water drinker though.
Yeah. Flavored water, unfortunately, allergies make that
Oh yes.
a little difficult.
See, I'm just someone who I was never a pop drinker, so LaCroix is like a little treat to me. It's not too sugary. It's got some flavor. She's allergic to citrus.
Yep.
So when you got flavored water, that's pretty common.
So I wonder, is Ganon just gonna say, did you get the light arrows from the market?
Spike does have to lower that water again, unfortunately.
Yep. Gonna have to grab a couple keys too. Hey, there's that magic upgrade. Oh, there's a very nice save from Fant. Spike rolling with the boots.
Save, a nice save from Spike.
Alright, so we have Fant heading into the Ganon fight. From the market. Yeah, see, there's the confusion on his face.
I bet he's gonna check Bombchu Bowling first.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I wonder, see, that was the same thing for me. I was like, what? Is that actually market?
Treasure chest mini game is in play. So he does have the lens. Because I feel like Big Pose is one of those market checks that you kind of forget about. It's not kind of clustered together with all the other market checks.
Yeah, when I think market, I always think of like kid market. I forget. But I'm hoping that because he's an adult, he'll just go to that one first.
Mm-hmm. And Spike is about to get his boss key. So kind of depending on how Fant plays this market is gonna affect possibly him finishing first or not.
Yep.
Also, chat, you still have quite a role in these two. These two are still fairly close that crowd control could really heck them up right now.
Yep.
Alright, looks like Fant is gonna do the big Poe check first.
That is good. So Fant's gonna be officially in the lead in just a moment. But I think that he's probably gonna go and grab this and then find out his bottle has something in it. Oh, maybe not.
Like, I think he has an empty bottle right now. Yeah. So this is, chat, this is really your time to shine now. If you want to see Spike come ahead, you gotta really mess with Fant so that Spike could get up there. That was smart for Spike to grab that fairy, though, just in case the crowd...
You never know. And Spike has the big Goron sword as well, so it's gonna be fairly simple. Morph of. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Oh.
Alright. Water temple for Spike officially completed. Hopefully he saves.
Fant grabbing some fairies so he has cushioning going up to Ganon.
Cushioning
He
is
doesn't
always
want
good.
to. He doesn't want to get killed off and have to climb all the way back up.
Exactly. Alright, so Van's gonna be heading into the Ganon fight first, grabbing the light arrows. Has some fairies in a bottle. I think he was gonna do the bottle way of killing Ganon,
Yeah.
but then saw the fairies and might think a little better of it. Might want to keep those fairies. Because bad things can happen.
That is true. I see in chat, one way you could mess with Fant is when he gets up there is you can empty his magic, which is required to hit down Ganondorf. I think it's likely Spike would have won if he hadn't forgotten to save, but you never know with crowd control.
Yep, that is true. Conveniently, it's not too bad because Spike can just run up the tower as well. Does have to kill a few enemies along the way, but he's not terribly far behind.
One thing's for sure, I'm gonna have a long talk with him tonight about saving. And my disappointment.
And I think this chest here has half magic. I wonder if he's, or half magic, double magic. I wonder if he's gonna actually check it to see. Or if he's just gonna go straight to Ganon at this point. No, looks like he's gonna check it.
Oh, wow. That combo right there. Alright, Spike is pretty closing that gap up with Fant real nice right now.
Yep. Fant is getting a bit hecked by chat here. So now Spike is pulling ahead.
Oh, Fant.
Well, you know what's great about that? He saved there, so good times.
Yes, now we can see the opposite end. You could take Spike's magic away too and...
Yep. Keep them here for a very long time.
It's amazing to see how crowd control could... Like, even though Spike hecked himself over, crowd control has brought him back into the running again.
Yep.
Oh, but that pacifist at that timing.
I see some empty magics, fill magics, more magics. Oh man, hit a little bit too early. Nice hit with the bottle.
See if you can one cycle Gan in there. Nope.
Ooh.
Oof. Yeah, I believe that fight, Spike and Fant are in a call together right now.
Yep.
At least they were before we started this race, so.
There was, just for if, let's say, there was needed to be pause or anything because of some technical issues. But it is most certainly not over yet.
Oh, Fant's gotta go get more magic. Yeah, Zooter does take out the tower run sequence.
It's kind of just a speed up
Is
thing.
Fant out of magic in this room?
Yes. The only way that Fant can finish this is if chat helps. So it's all on you, chat, if you want to even this up.
Poor Fant.
But he's got magic now.
Oh!
Gets all the way back up. Oh no, only to fall all the way back down.
It's like Spike is getting close to finishing here unless he dies.
Yep.
Though it looks like being small Link is making this difficult. He's just gonna use the Deku Nuts on the tail. So 10 Deku Nuts does the same damage.
Man, you know what would be inconvenient on this fight? Iron boots.
Iron boots. I've done this with iron boots and it is not easy. I can tell you that. It is very difficult to get to the backside of Ganon.
Spike is nervous. He can see it in his face. And there it is, the final hit. GG to Spike.
GG. Oh, that was an awesome race.
Absolutely.
I loved seeing the way you guys came up with different combos to change up the game.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. There were so many good moments in this race. The time we killed Fant's save file, the time Spike forgot to save, all the Minish stuff, Iron Boots. there was some great moments.
When Fant got frozen at the top of the tower and got hit with the lightning. Some of the timing on this stuff was great tonight.
Fantastic.
Reminder, if you enjoyed watching these guys tonight, please give them a follow. They're both great Ocarina of Time rando players.
Yep.
And both have fantastic streams.
Yeah.
That curse you Twitch from Ganon.
Curse you Twitch.
Very appropriate.
We're gonna see if we can get Spike in here. Fant about to do the last hit. Or wait, no, I already did the last hit. I was watching the Twitch stream and not the commentary stream. Whoops. My bad.
All right, GG to both of our runners there.
Yeah, no, they both did a fantastic job. It was a great watch. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, because it was absolutely fantastic.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
That was something.
Oh, wow.
How did you enjoy the crowd control?
It was fun.
Yeah, it was the first time I've ever done crowd control, so outside of a couple of pitches here
I
and
didn't
there.
realize. Yeah, this was your first time doing it.
First one ever.
What was the most frustrating thing for you to deal with?
For me, going to Bongo Bongo, I don't know how many times. I feel like I was in there for eternity waiting to finally kill. I was like, please chat, please let me kill this boss.
The interesting thing there was that you thought to do the shortcut, and Spike didn't.
Nope.
And he thankfully didn't get killed, but
Chat, were we in there around the same time?
Yeah, you were both in you were both in Shadow at the same time.
Yeah, I told myself I'll move the block. That would be the smart thing to do. And then I'm on halfway through the boat ride and I go, oh wait, no! So I'm gonna need chat to just not do anything. I feel like I was strategically behind in this crowd control race. That people just didn't kill me because Fant was ahead because he was playing better. They said for Shadow, oh, okay, we'll kill him until Spike catches up. Then we'll let him do his thing. So
surprisingly, actually, you guys were both neck and neck the entire way.
Well, that's good.
Up until Spike forgot to save.
Yes.
And reset. Spike was pretty ahead at that point.
I've got this audio delay with how we had to set it up. I thought I heard it save for me, but I guess it didn't. I had like a 2-second audio delay. It's like, oh, okay, slam the button. Why am I a child? Why am I in my house? Why am I down a medallion? Why is there no long shot in my inventory? No!
Yeah.
I was like, and I thought to myself, I lost legit 20 minutes there because that was all just go mode movement.
Yes, you were in go mode there. Fant had still needed to find his light arrow.
Yes. Yeah, when I found the light star, I could see that being Fant's go mode. That was definitely an awkward light arrow placement.
Yeah, after I got Din's Fire, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do Shadow first, and then Shadow got me all the other items. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna clear the stuff that made sense. Like
Mhm.
obviously, like Jabu, I cleared Jabu out because nobody ever wants to climb all the way up there again without Aurora's Wind. And I went ahead and did like the fairy fountain up there as well. So just things that were super out of the way, where if flights happened to be there,
Mhm.
that would have been a huge time loss. And thankfully, they were just in the market.
Yeah, I followed my way of the heroes like pretty, like in a very strong way, I guess, during the seed, because I think Epona's was on double way of the heroes, Sacred Forest Meadow, which I was like, maybe that was just to get out to GTG.
No, that was Saria.
Oh, was it Saria's there so
Yeah.
we could get to
Because I
Forest?
called it Epona's too.
Yep.
Oh, then okay, I forgot. Where did we get Epona's? Was it on
Epona's?
ZL?
No. Epona's was
It was the other Sacred Forest Meadow
I
song.
thought it
wasn't
was no, I'm pretty sure it was
Mm-mm.
Spirit Temple.
Spirit Temple.
Yes,
okay.
it was in Spirit.
So
yeah,
Desert
yeah.
Colossus Way of the Hero was there, which it was
Yes.
probably, could it have been water? Because you could have gotten to Longshot as an adult, get you in there. Iron Boots were in the back of Shadow, so no. First logical bomb bag could not have been in the water temple where we found it. So
No,
yeah.
It your first logical bomb bag was in fact on the arch at Gerudo Valley.
Oh!
Yeah, the wallet to go buy the bomb
Yeah,
bag.
yes.
Yeah, there was a wallet up there to go get the
Yes.
Which
yeah,
ended up
yes.
not being necessary for either of you.
No,
Yeah,
because
so when
the
I
game
went
was
to
like,
get the
here's
wallet,
every chew. Yeah.
yeah, after I got the strength upgrade and I could finish Dodongo's Cavern really fast, I was like, okay, I don't need those bombs ever, but I still wanted to get the wallet because I really wanted the fire tunic. Because I don't trust chat to keep, well, at least based on the trend of that seed, I was at like 1 HP for like every single dungeon I was 1 HP.
Legitimately, they were so much meaner to you than they were to me. Like
Yes.
I think I got
think
killed more. I feel like I got killed more.
I think I only flat out got killed like 2 times. The second time was hilarious because it was just halfway across Hyrule Field and I crumpled down through Epona.
I think that the first time it happened was when I did the swag strat Minish Link climbing up the vines in Deku Tree. And I got hit by a spider that launched me up to the top.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
And then
my
immediately
God.
after that, I got like killed twice in a row. I think people were mad that.
There was when chat was also trying to like deter some particularly Spike from doing some checks that we knew were nothing.
Mhm.
On Dompe Racing, we had already knew that Graveyard was dead.
Oh, that makes
So-
sense.
So they were
Yeah.
trying to prevent you from doing Dompe Racing in hopes that you would leave. But
Dude, at
as
that
I told
point,
them, I was
yeah,
like,
just
Spike's
let
very
me-
motivated. He's very tunnel vision. I'm gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, it's
At that
tough to know
point-
when chat's trying to be nice and lead you somewhere, or if
No,
they're just being a bunch of dicks.
I'm not taking it. I refuse your kindness, chat. I was 10 steps from the double prize. I could have just had Dompe's items. Now we're going to kill him. At that point, you know I'm just going to go back up there. You're not saving me any time.
How many
That was
times-
great. Yeah, that was definitely reading that in the Bold of Destiny afterwards. I went, oh, thank God, because I was never going to go back. You try to like strategize, like, when's chat going to start going to sleep? I'll come back there later.
There was another moment where we knew your long shot was Fant had already gotten the long shot from the river grotto, and you
Mm.
had save quit to go child, so you presumed you were gonna go to the river, but then you played prelude and went back to go adult, and chat killed you there to hope that maybe you would take that as a warning to go back.
Oh, that's what the other death was. See, chat was even being nice to me and killing me.
I
That's
don't
so
think they were
funny.
being nice when they killed me because every time it sucked.
No, they were legit. They would not let you go. So, how was it commentating it, ladies? Was that fun?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
What was the moment that kind of I don't know stuck out to you guys as the funniest moment of the run?
For me, the crumple through Epona was hilarious. What was the other one? I think just all the Dompe deaths killed me. I popped off when I got 1500 horseback archery with reverse controls.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That
I
was
did-
amazing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was
I
very
never
proud.
went to GTG or that era. I didn't even touch it.
Yeah, we got silver gauntlets there. I think that was also what justified the light arrows pull from Epona's location. But
Yeah.
yeah, GTG you did not have to go to. You could have theoretically not touched the desert and beat this seed.
And Fant, what was the funniest moment for you?
So I think the funniest was still when I got hit by the Skulltula and Deku tree that landed on the platform. Just out of sheer chance. That was really funny. And then second was, and I got to give the chat credit for the timing of it, when I died as I was hitting and swinging my sword for the last hit on King Dodongo. That was pretty crazy. I was like, oh yes, I got it. I was like, nope, gotta go back in.
I really enjoyed your whole journey at the end of fighting Ganondorf, where
Oh my god.
chat just kept taking your magic to the point where you had no magic left in the room, and you had to just hope that chat would eventually give it to you.
That's when I asked Spike, I was like, hey, do you know if I know you could get it taken away? Can you get magic via crowd control?
Yeah,
I didn't
you
know
can
because
get
everything
it.
was just taken from me.
Right. I know. I was like, all right, they let me in the lead. Now they're going to kill me on the pig or something. The best they did, actually, some of the other funniest moments was definitely, it was kind of slow from the crowd near the beginning of the seed. And then I go into forest like 20 minutes into the seed because I had a strength hook shot and bow. And like, I was like, oh, crowd's not doing much. And then I got to Phantom Ganon, and it's like they threw the book at me. They did everything in their power. I couldn't swing my sword. I was tiny. I couldn't see myself. I couldn't Z target, nothing. So all of a sudden, I'm in the
killed me for sure.
I'm in the Phantom Ganon fight. I'm just running around. There's nothing I can do. And finally, it's like, okay, he shoots an energy blast down to me. You need kind of a good visual cue to know when to swing against him. I had no idea. I'm the size of an ant at that point. So I eat it and die. And also when they forced me into nutting with my Deku nuts on final phase Ganon because I was tiny. I couldn't swing because if you're tiny, your sword and hammer and stuff don't actually reach whatsoever. So I'm like, the best I have are Deku nuts. I'm throwing nuts at him on phase 2. What's happening?
Yeah, I found that out early in Deku Tree when I was minied, when I was trying to light a torch. And I was like, oh, the Deku stick doesn't reach up there anymore.
Yep.
So,
God.
Did you like the what we've dubbed the root scoot?
The root
the
scoot.
root scoot.
The root scoot.
Rudo scooting around.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
God, Link was truly a powerful ant in that moment. I felt like I was watching A Bug's Life, carrying her all the way across. I was glad, like, chat found a lot of good things. I know this is one of the first crowd controls of Zooter they've shown here on Speed Gaming. Hopefully they want to do a lot more. Chat can kind of find, like, oh, what the good combos are. Iron
They
Boots.
found some pretty good ones this time. I don't think they needed too much help.
Dude, Minish Link is great. Minish Link is
Minish Link
so
is amazing.
good.
Yes, that's what we were saying. We were asking chat what their favorite effects. And I know Sakura and I both agreed that Minish Link by far just like visually is great, as well as slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was a ton of fun. Once again, I said at the ending as Fant was killing Ganon, I said I'm just honored they asked us to be the first couple on here. So hopefully they want to do a lot more in the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this was a ton of fun.
Yeah, you guys did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and for those of you in chat, if you haven't already, again, like we mentioned before, make sure to give both of these runners a follow. They're fantastic streamers, fantastic speedrunners, and great Zooter players. So you will regret not doing it.
Especially if you enjoyed the stream tonight, I'd say
Yeah.
that it's very on par for the content both of these guys put out.
Yeah, we're generally a little faster. That seed would have been like a 215 if there was.
Yeah, it was a jet seed for sure.
That was a fast seed.
Like, I'm amazed, like, sub 330. I think this record's gonna stand Spike. Nobody's ever gonna do a crowd control.
For crowd control, Zooter.
This is the crowd control world record right here.
And with me just throwing 20 minutes away at the end because I thought I saved.
You're just making it even, man.
Yeah, dude, that evened it right up. And I was like, all right, Crowd needs to kill him a couple times. Kill John Baronet, took all your magic away on Ganon. That is the ultimate way to even up the race. Don't let him have any magic on Ganondorf.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. That was fun. Thank you, Speed Gaming. Thank you, Sakura. Thank you, Nuclear Reaction. If you want to follow both of these ladies, they also stream Zooter and other cool stuff. So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, thank you for the fantastic run. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to also follow Speed Gaming if you want more crowd control races. They do things Zooter, A Link to the Past, Super Mario World, Super Mario Brothers 3, bunch of cool games, and a bunch of speedruns as well. So thank you again to the runners, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye, everybody.
See ya.